My wife is currently on her period. Now, this might come as a shock as something to talk about, but this is a very open topic in our house, especially with our children. And we choose to keep it this way for a number of different reasons. For one, we want the abilities of the female body to be an understood and empowering topic for both our daughters and our sons. We want to make sure that our children can recognize and maximize the benefits of the biochemical differences between males and females. We also know that the infradian rhythm of the female hormones has an impact on our everyday family life. Just as our mood and overall health are affected by the daily cycling of hormones like cortisol and testosterone, and we base a lot of our routines around the time of day, the same care and attention should be given to the longer cycle of the female hormones. Every phase of the menstrual cycle has its strengths, and there are different ways that we can adjust our lifestyle to maximize those strengths, and that's what we're looking to do. This can be everything from how you eat, to how you work out, to how you socialize and interact with others. Now, if you're like me and you've never had a period because you're not a woman, this information is still helpful for you. Chances are, even if you're not a woman, you probably know one. Now, one last important note before we dive deeper into the phases of the menstrual cycle. This is not meant to limit what you can or can't do on any given day of the month or cycle. This is only meant to highlight some areas that are worth considering and implementing to see if they help optimize your health, and watch your body to see how it responds. As a general overview, there are 4 phases of the menstrual cycle: the follicular phase, the ovulatory phase, the luteal phase, and the menstrual phase. Let's start at the top. In the follicular phase, your hormones are at their lowest and they're steadily climbing. This phase runs for the week just after your period ends. Think of this as starting over. You might notice that your creative mind is the most active during this phase of your cycle. And you might be open to trying new things and change up and mix your routine. Try a new workout group class at the gym, or mix up your normal routine that you do at home. Add variety into what you're doing in your workout. And for nutrition, add in a lot of raw, fresh, vibrant foods, fruits and vegetables, sprouts, lean protein. You can also try pressed salads like kimchi and sauerkraut. Next comes your ovulatory phase. Now this phase lasts around 6 days, and you will start to see a rise in LH and FSH as well as testosterone. This is also when the follicle releases an egg and you're fertile. What that means is your hormones are supercharged. Think of this as a time of connection. Communication and expression are at their peak. This is a great time to schedule presentations, important business meetings, crucial conversations, and any other important or social events that need to take place. This is a supercharged time for exercise as well. Think high intensity interval training, boot camps, group classes, or just choosing your favorite way to burn extra calories. These are all great ways to incorporate more exercise during your ovulatory phase. As far as nutrition goes, look for ways to support your body's connection to food through absorption and detoxification. A great way to do this is through plant-based fiber, so fruits and vegetables, especially cruciferous vegetables during this phase, like broccoli and cauliflower, as well as nuts and seeds, and a variety of raw, fresh foods. After the ovulatory phase, for the next 10 days or so, you're going to be in your luteal phase. This is when estrogen and progesterone and testosterone all reach their peak and then start to come down. Initially, you're still going to be on a high from having those high levels of hormones circulating in your body. So look for things like strength training and food sources of B vitamins like lean protein to keep that motivation strong. Now, during the later part of your luteal phase, as hormones continue to drop, recognize that it's going to be okay to say no, and really looking inward for self-care. It's okay to scale things back. Look to things like yoga and walking, and take time to do things that you love. Add in a lot of leafy greens and root vegetables during this time to support those dropping hormones. As those hormones drop, you might see that your appetite starts to increase, and a lot of those root vegetables keep you feeling full longer. This will help your satiation last longer and prevent you from reaching for processed foods and sugars, as those could have a negative impact on your hormone cycle and your mood. And finally, you enter your menstrual phase. Without a fertilized egg to support and nourish, your body will begin to slough off that endometrial tissue, preparing to start the cycle again. Although hormones are at their lowest, this is when communication between both sides of your brain is at the highest. This is a great time to analyze and evaluate anything necessary in your life: relationships, work, happiness, parenting, or anything else that's important to you at this stage of your life. Make time for yourself to critically think and process during your menstrual phase. With the lower energy from the dropping hormones, it's okay to look to stretching and walking and low impact yoga for exercise during this phase. You'll also want to replenish your body with the nutrients lost from the endometrial tissue. So focus on foods like protein, fats, minerals, fish, and other omega-3 sources. Soup and stews become really good options at this time because they're naturally warming in a state where your body is cooler from a lack of hormones. Okay, I know that's a lot. So let's have a brief review. Think of the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle as the 4 seasons. Your follicular phase represents spring. Everything is new and coming back to life. Think about new beginnings and focus on fresh, light foods. We love to sprout seeds during this time as a great way to add color, variety, and freshness to a meal. Next comes summer. This is the ovulation phase. Hormones are at their highest. It's time to party. This is when you're most alive and ready to engage with the world. Keep your body energized with high-intensity workouts and fiber-filled foods. During this time, we like to plan outings with our family and friends and go socialize and add a lot of variety into our diet. The luteal phase is like autumn. It's a wonderful time of the year as that summer energy continues to spill over into the beginning of fall. But as winter gets closer, you just want to grab a warm blanket, cozy up, and take it easy. Remember, it's okay to say no and take more time for yourself late in the luteal phase. We're gearing up for winter. This is where we're going to incorporate more yoga into our routine. Really look to those root vegetables and incorporate evening walks for just lighter exercise. And finally, it's winter. Your menstrual phase has arrived and your body is cleansing in preparation for a new start. We incorporate more lean protein like grass-fed beef and fish and chicken and really lean into the comforts of family time at home. This is when we'll opt for a home date or stay at home for date night, which for us usually means watching a movie and folding laundry. So there you have it, a simple overview to help you take full advantage of the beautiful natural process of your hormone cycle. Now just remember, these are only guidelines. Your body is capable of doing anything on any day. Hopefully, with these guidelines, you'll be able to be more in tune and listen to your body and recognize that there are certain things that you're able to do better at different times of your cycle. Now, if you want more information on this subject, a great resource and a leader in this field of women's health and hormones is Alisa Vitti, the author of the books The Women Code and In the Flow. She also has a wonderful flow app to help you track your cycle and get recommendations on what works best for you at certain times of the month. My wife loves this app. Thank you for watching. Follow us for more health tips and comment below if there's other things that work for you that could empower the women around you. And please share this video with the women in your life to show them how amazing and miraculous the female body really is as the pinnacle of God's creation.